days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes the legend of Voltron, defender of the universe. And that is exactly who I'm going to review. Now, I've done this review before, but when I decided to when I was presented with the option to make money off of my videos, I took it down so that I could change the music so that I wouldn't have any copyrighted whatever. But unfortunately, the computer that I had it on before I could re-upload it, it crashed. It died and it took the video with it. So unfortunately, the video is gone forever. Having said that, I'm going to shoot it again. So here it is. This is actually the outside of the box. They separated it. But this is what I'm going to be reviewing. I got this about 2000. Got it about 2 years ago. And at the time, I paid brand new $70. This is the plastic version with the metallic paint. I've seen it now on eBay, same version for $300. That's ridiculous. So I am very glad that I got it. It says this is for ages 15 and up, so, you know, sorry anybody who's under 15, this is not for you. Nice box. Right on the side you can see a picture of Voltron, and he's holding his sword. Here are pictures of the lions. Sad onions saying it's not for ages 0 to 3, even though up here it says it's for ages 18 and up. So now when you open the box, this is what you get. Now it comes with a handle so you can have it like briefcase style, suitcase style. This is one of the few figures that I will not be throwing the box out to. You can see, actually when I was a kid, I remember getting a Godaiken Lion Force set. And, no, Lion King, it was the Lion King. And it was presented basically the same way, with a cover like this and the lions like that, and pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Who made this? Oh, Toynami made this. Yeah. So, nice little handle. The box is otherwise plain. And then you just, whoops, put this back in the frame. And I'm trying to do this by sunlight. So if the lighting is a little uneven, I apologize. I don't know why this used to go so much easier. I didn't have so many lines and things, but whatever. Anyway, take this off. And you can see nice styrofoamy goodness. I hate styrofoam because it makes that squeaky noises, but you know, you've got the fudge. Electro shield, was it? I forgot what it was called. Spinning laser blade. It is a shield, but when he used it on the show, it was actually two-sided and it was called a spinning laser blade. So we've got the sword. Iconic. You can't get this wrong. If you get this wrong, you're an idiot. So let's see. And just pull out the lions. And the main piece. Oh, I hate styrofoam. I really hate the way it sounds. And I don't think this came with any instructions. But I'm figuring, they're probably freaking, if you, maybe I came with instructions. I don't know. Maybe I don't think so. Oh, yeah, they did come with instructions. Oh, look at that. Well, here are the instructions. And they tell you what line goes where. We really don't need them because, with the exception of the red and green lines dongs, this transforms pretty much the exact same way as the show used to. So let's start with the little guys. I'm going to start with, well, let's see. I was going to say let's start in numerical order, but that would start with the black line, and I don't feel like starting with the black line. So here we go with number 2, and I really need to move over so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry. So here is lion number 2, and he's in his folded up position. This is how you would have him for the arm. You'd pull out his little red penis, and that's how you plug him in. So we'll take that out. To turn him into his lion form, you just pull the legs out. And why are you guys acting so funny? I haven't transformed these. These guys have been in the packaging for a few years. Pull out the tail here, and that's it. And it looks a lot nicer than the original lions. His legs are a lot longer, so he looks better. The original lion toys were, well, I mean, they were great for the time, but... So you can open the mouth, you can rotate the head, make it wiggle just a little bit. You can make him sit if you want to, you know, whatever. Legs go all the way back like so, and then all the way forward. Knees bend. You get the idea. And the same, well, it's almost the same for here. You can't get the legs all the way forward because of the little thing here, but you can get it that far. So you can get the classic lion poses, like the flying pose in the show was always like this, which I thought was silly because it looked like they were just kind of kneeling. You know, I'd always make them at least like this, so it would look a little streamlined and whatever. So there's that. So that would be number red. The Red Lion, who was piloted by Lance. That was his name, Lance, and I believe in the original show he wore black. The Black Lion pilot wore red, he wore black, if I remember correctly. I think so. I'm not really sure anymore, but it doesn't matter. So we'll move him out of the way. He might have worn blue. It's quite possible. Can't remember. Now we're going to go with number 3, which is Pidge's Lion. Okay, focus. Focus, there we go. And transformation is the same way. It's basic. The only difference between this lion and the red lion is that he's green and he is rounder. But otherwise, everything else remains exactly the same. So, and oops, how embarrassing. His lion penis doesn't want to stay. Yeah, that's inappropriate. So, but, you know, articulation is the same. You can bend them here, rotate that, and have them bend sideways if you want to. It's up to you. Head rotates. It doesn't come off, so you can't do the lion head attack. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that guy. So let's have him in his sitting pose. And we'll get the other one in his sitting pose, which is, a lot of times they'd be in the sitting pose when they were not being piloted, and the pilots were there, but they were just like, you know, just taking a breather from fighting the roe beasts and stuff. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Pains, bending wrong. So that was 3. So here's number 4. This is the blue lion. Take the legs, straighten them out. Straighten them out. All the transformations into limb mode were very similar. And you just pull this. And there you've got a really good looking blue lion. Slender than the original one was, and a lot more articulate, but it doesn't have some of the gimmicks. Like the original had, this thing would raise up right here, sorry, this thing would raise up and discs would fly out. This would raise up and there'd be a missile. Here we go, lion face, rawr, rawr, rawr. Very nicely sculpted. Head can wiggle a little bit, so he can, depending on, because it was piloted by, first it was piloted by Sven, who apparently was Swedish or something, and he got hurt in the American version of the show, and in the Japanese version he gets killed. So, and he is replaced by Princess Allura, who dresses in pink because she's a girl instead of blue. But yeah, so this one you can put the legs straight out if you want to, and have it flying across like that. Let me zoom out just a little bit. So you can do that if you'd like. Very nicely sculpted pieces there. And, you know, you can make it look up or down, and if you, when you transform it, you pull it up, you can see that no, it doesn't come out. Never mind. It used to do that on the original lines, where you would transform the legs, the front legs, and rotate them in the proper space, and then the shoulder things would come out to stabilize whatever. So, there we go. I've got Blue Lion sitting. And here goes Hunk. This was actually my second favorite character, Hunk, and the Yellow Lion. Now, it also, again, sucks that they didn't keep some of the gimmicks, and like the ears would open up. Like, it did that, and I don't think that ever happened in the show, but the ears would open up, and there would be missile launchers that would shoot out, and then this would raise up and shoot. What else was there? Any other gimmicks? I think that was it. But, oh, and then none of the lions come with any of their lion weapons. No shoulder-mounted things, no blades. That does kind of suck. You hear the ratchety back legs. Pull out the tail. And that's it. That's, you know, you can put the lion in lion-esque poses and stuff. So, you know, we'll put this one down here. And now we get on to the black line, who I'm going to turn into the black line off screen really quickly, because, you know, I don't like that it was in. I mean, it's nice because it's all set up for you to assemble Voltron right out the box, because everything is where it's supposed to be. But I don't know. I just kind of like, you know, a little mystery. Not mystery, but I don't know. I like to do things in order. They never just came out and turned into Voltron. They always, you know, attacked with the lions and stuff, because, you know. So here we have the black lion, which looks a lot better than the original one did. The original one was really bulky, and it was huge. This looks a little bit better. I mean, it's still not as, it's supposed to be a little closer to that scale over there when it's in this mode, but that's okay. But there he is. He's got great articulation in the head, up, down. You can move it left and right. You can bend it down like this so he can look straight down. Mouth opens. Of course, that's due to transformation, but it still would. Rotation 360. This rotates a bit right there. Feet rotate. This rotates. It goes like that and like that, which helps a lot when you are trying to get poses for Voltron. And he even has a waist. The other lions don't have that. And so there's the there's the leader. And this was Keith, who wore red. He didn't wear black, he wore red. So, yeah. Those are the lions. They're very cool. They're not metal. There's no metal in them. So they are very light, which helps a bit, because there's not a lot of weight to bring it down and keep it from, you know, being Voltron and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And now we're gonna go into Voltron mode. So let's start with the feet, because they always start with the feet. And to form the feet and the legs, we shall look at the screen. Here we go. And we shall fold back the feet like so. This is how it's supposed to be, like so. And I can't see what I'm doing. That late. Okay. Oh, she's back again. So let's move this back out some. So there's the feet and the legs. You fold everything up like that. Oh, pushing the tail. Tail goes in. And then take this part right here, and there you have a leg. And look at how it's molded. It's really nice looking. That is really nice. There's some sort of definition. It just really looks cool. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the exact same thing with this guy. Fold the legs like so. I know everybody here probably knows how Voltron goes. If you don't know, you need to go watch the show because it was actually pretty cool. Now, personally, I like the Vehicle Force Voltron better, but, well, aside from the original 1980s version, they haven't really made one, and it's too damn expensive. Anyway, so there we go. Feet, legs. Next we do the arms, because they're what comes next. Arms. I hope you can see this, because I'm actually out of... I'm in an awkward spot. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. Fold everything back up the way it was originally, and pull out the lion penis. Now, the newer versions have the feet like this, but that's not really how it's supposed to be. The feet are actually supposed to be like this, because that's how they did it in the show. So, Mattel, what the frick? And as much as I wanted to get that version, I'm not going to get it because I hate when they have obtrusive gimmicks. Gimmicks. This has almost no gimmicks. It's just a really cool figure with great look and great style and articulation. And that's what Voltron should be. So, there we go. And then we will take Zebrak Rayonu, and I'm gonna put the tail back up, fold it underneath these wing things, straighten the legs out like so, straighten everything so that they're like this. I'm gonna open up these panels here and take the feet and tuck them, put them like this so that they're a little tucked, and then push them in. And you want to do it that way because if you do it any other way, you will have a hard time getting the feet out, the legs out again to turn it back into lion mode. So there we go. See, like that. And then you can just close that. And then rotate it around like so. Fold, take the wings and rotate them so that the notches fit over there. Notches. I mean, you should know this already. And then you take this part, fold that down, stick your finger in here and grab the blue piece, and fold that down, and that's Voltron's head, his face, and then fold the little horn things. And then all you do is you take them and just stick this. You'll see you can just put the foot right here and it will push that down. So we do that and it locks into place. We shall do this, and now Voltron's legs are done. Then we shall rotate up. We will plug this into here. Now, when I got this, if you do get this, you're probably gonna have to take a screwdriver, stick it in there, and twist it, because I don't know what they did. Maybe they painted it and it got stuck. Like they didn't wait for the paint to dry or whatever, but if you don't do it, you won't be able to get arm articulation. And then you just, like so, And there you go. Now your Voltron is ready to throw down with some Robeasticles. So there he is. He is almost the same height as the original Masterpiece Optimus, so he's fairly tall. I'm not exactly sure how tall, to be honest with you. He is... Let's see, what do I have? Oh, here we go. We'll go with Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. And you can see Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime is only as tall as one of the limbs is. So, let's see, what else do we have here? For wrestling fans, we have the Hurricane. So this is a Jakks Pacific size toy. Let's see, what else do we have? What else do we have? How about we'll take Robots in Disguise Megatron, or Car Robots Gigatron, and there you can see he's a fairly big robot. This is about just under a liter size robot, this guy, depending on the I forget what I was gonna say, but yeah. So now you can take the blazing sword. You can open up the mouth. Let's see, I don't know if you can see this, but let's bring him closer so you can. You can see that there's a little hole there. There's a little peg on the, oops, come on up. There we go. The hilt of the sword. Just take this, stick it in the mouth, and plug it into there. And now he's holding his blazing sword, and you don't have to worry about it falling out because it's, even with the mouth open, it's pretty secure. See? So there's that. And the same thing with the spinning laser blade or the electro shield, whatever you want to call it, because I don't know, but I was watching the show and he pulled one of these out and threw it, and it was called a spinning laser blade, which is why I call it that. So actually the electro shield was, whoops, the peg does come off sometimes. It's not very secure, but oh well, whatever. It will fit in there, and yeah. And now your Voltron is ready to do battle. Let's take this out, and we'll take this out for a second, so I can just show you the range of articulation in this figure. The head can look up, down, spin 360 degrees, and even kind of wiggle a little bit to the side to side. Arms can go 360. He's got a waist. Let's move his arms out of the way. Legs go all the way forward, so he can do giant kick like he did in the episode of Voltron where he and the vehicle Voltron were, whatchamacallit, he can put his legs all the way back like he was ice skating or something. You can rotate, not rotate, but you can kind of pose the feet so that they're splayed out a little bit. And you've got a bit of a knee or a broken leg. So yeah, so you can get a lot of poses out of this guy, which is pretty cool. Oops, there we go. So, and that's pretty much all there is to say about this guy. If you can pick this guy up for the original price, then he's a very, 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 very cool collection addition to your collection. Voltron, giant robots, mechs in general, doesn't matter, he's really cool. You should definitely get him if you can. That is my honest and humble opinion. I don't know if we took a look at the face. Let's take a look at the face quickly before I wrap this up. And we zoom. Let's zoom in and focus. There we go. And you can see his face is kind of in the shadow. Sorry about that. Let's move him back so that his face is not in the shadow. Yeah, I can't help that because of the way the lion head is. So let's see. Oops, wrong way. But you can see it looks really, really nice. And there's red up there, blue surrounding a silver mouth area. Eyes are yellow. Yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't know if we can pick this up. Let's see if we can try to pick it up. But the paint is kind of speckly. I might have to move it up like this. I don't know if you can see the speckles in the paint because I can't tell. I don't have the macro on, so yeah, there you can kind of see speckles in the paint. So all in all, this is a really, really good figure. I do remember reading something about Toonami figures, like the Macross figures, having very bad quality control issues. This figure seems pretty, it seems a little flimsy at the joints and stuff. Not flimsy like it's gonna break, just not very tight. You can see he's wiggly, 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 wiggly. But he's actually a pretty solid figure. He's actually pretty cool. And my thoughts are that if you don't have him already and you are a Voltron or a Go Lion fan, you should get him because he's really good. Even if you have the original version, you should get this one because this one is really. It looks more like the cartoon in a sense. It doesn't. The proportions are better and it has better posability. So that's it. That is my review. Oh, holy crap! Almost 30 minutes. Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. So, if you see this guy for like $70, get him. I mean, if you like Voltron, that is. You know, you don't have to listen to me, but if you choose to, I do not think you will be unhappy. Anyway, that's it. I'm Islip, and I'm out.